Hey everyone, my record collection, which I forgot existed. This was a collection I had assembled in my teenage years and early 20s when I lived in Edmonton. When I moved to Toronto in 1997, I left it behind. I sold a lot of things, I gave a lot of things away, and I honestly have zero memory of what I did with this collection, but somehow it ended up in my sister's hands, and she gave it back to me last night. And It's just funny that it comes into my life at this moment where I'm reflecting so much on my past, which is something I rarely have done in any kind of systematic way in my life. So it's weird, one of those weird moments of synchronicity in life. So anyway, what I want to do is go through a few of these at least and see what memories come back. Also, and I can see by the first record here in the front, I should mention that this is mixed in with my records are a few from my parents' collection, and that's wonderful because these are records that I love from their collection and reminds me of how much their musical tastes, which are excellent, shape me and shape my tastes. And this first record, Elton John, is a good example of this. I didn't like Elton John at all when I was a kid. You react against what your parents listen to, but I've come to just have nothing but admiration for his work, and particularly as I learn piano, understanding what he does is just kind of mind blowing. Another influence from my parents. This is another record from them. Stevie Wonder, the great Stevie Wonder. I mean, just one of the great musical geniuses of modern era. I'm trying to learn a couple things I wish on piano. Those bass lines, the fact that he played the drums as well, and he's so good. He has such pocket. I mean, is just anyway. He is just awesome, awesome. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for exposing me to. Oh yeah, and switching gears a little bit. Yes, yes, indeed. This was, wow. Men at Work. Who can it be now? Who can it be now? Bop, bop. So good. Such just pristine, powerful pop music. Down Under. Just a great, great, great album. Really, really good. I might try to cover some of these. I play guitar really badly and have subjected friends to the torture of my renditions of Down Under and Who Can It Be Now. Let's see, what else do we have here? What else do we have? Disco. I loved disco when I was a kid, and I'm coming back to it, as some of you have seen my Bee Gees cover. I've got a lot of Brian Eno stuff, ambient music, which my friends just didn't quite understand my taste for. Sometimes I don't understand. I mean, it's not like I listen to it these days at all, but it was important to me, in my youth, because it showed me different models of what I really wanted to do was just kind of have a more expansive understanding of music. And so I was trying to look at different genres. I mean, the Smiths, what can you say? For my generation, hugely important. Morrissey. I didn't really listen to the Smiths a lot when I was young, and I still don't. I understand their importance, but they're in that whole, that whole kind of moment, of me kind of learning about music other than mainstream pop. Just a truly great album. Another one that my parents owned and I heard all the time growing up. Just so good, so good. Another one from my parents' collection. I don't remember really the music, but I remember the cover photograph. What else do we got? Oh, yes. One of the greatest albums of all time. Just a monumental accomplishment by a true genius. Just, I wish, one of the greatest songs. And Superstition, I was thinking about Superstition a lot lately. Superstition, the lyrics really, really kind of speak to me in my moment when I'm trying to kind of chart a new path. And the great Elton John. Oh, yeah, okay. So this takes me in Tangerine Dream. This is my friend Prosper, who's a genius of electronic music. He was very influential in my musical development. Really talented electronic musician. Who is this? Sorry. I should know this. Oh, The Shadowy Men on a Shadowy Planet. Yes. This is Kids in the Hall. Canadians of my generation of a certain sensibility grew up watching them. Or Brian, watching that show, The Kids in the Hall, a Canadian comedy sketch. Or Brian, sketch show from the, I can't remember when it started, early 90s, maybe late 80s, or early 90s, I guess. Dylan, That's Not Mine. Dylan, I'm gonna offend so many people, but just I'm never a big fan of Dylan. I've said it. I've said it. You can unsubscribe, hit the dislike repeatedly. Lou Reed, I mean, what can you say about the greatness of Lou Reed and that whole scene? And then, okay, so this is Britpop. This is the kind of British invasion. This is my friend Mark, another person who was enormous, basically gave me a musical education. I was doing college radio, and he was, he was really into music. I learned a lot from him, and he was feeding me stuff all the time, and really a lot of really wonderful. I was super into shoegaze, British shoegaze music, and he was constantly sending me this amazing stuff. Yeah, I didn't really listen to this much, but I knew it was important in the period. Billy Bragg, yeah. So here's there's a lot of Brits in my taste, and these I was always excited to find in record stores these Peel sessions, which were amazing. Billy Bragg in New England, Strange Things Happen. Those really got to me in my late teens. What else do we got here? Oh yeah, so this would have been a little bit later, but I was really getting into. I was trying to understand jazz. Okay, so this is, if you know, you know. This is an important album, and many times, I've got a few Clash albums here. Many times try to cover Love Will Tear Us Apart, and it's it's a tough song because there's so little there. It shouldn't really work. I love new wave. I was born too late for it, and my dad liked the Police, and the Police, of course, as all my friends know, lots of eye rolls. Like, I was obsessed with them, and of course, people know my love for Stuart Copeland. So this is just some random compilation of new wave music. The Squeeze, Joe Jackson, Clark Kent, who is Stuart Copeland in disguise. More British stuff. This is my parents. An amazing soundtrack to a film that, Why Gild the Lily? I remember seeing this movie when I was a kid, Chariots of Fire, and the beautiful soundtrack of Vangelis. Let's see, just a moment. Oh yeah, more disco. Boney M, the great Boney M. Night Flight to Venus, and Rasputin, and just so catchy. This is a Prosper influenced record right there for me. Pet Shop Boys. Let's see what else. Yeah. Oh yeah, Billy Joel. This is, of course, from my parents. I couldn't stand it. Yeah, moving out. Let's see. Just the Way You Are. Only the Good Die Young. And now I'm in awe of the songwriting. It just is amazing. Yeah, this is my friend Noah. Introduced me to Devo, and it's sort of helped me. Devo helped to make me who I am as a person. This, oh yeah, okay. Oh, so good. Just so good. I think my friend Mark gave me this album. And I remember him giving me a Cure album that was just so amazing. And it was such a generous thing because I could see in his eyes like he wanted it for himself because it was so freaking good. So thank you, Mark. I recently covered a Forest, and their version of this on the live album. This live album is just like awesome. Oh yeah. I honestly, again, this was my world for a number of years, and I have no memory of this. Well, I do. I mean, the memories are coming back, but it's just I had forgotten about it. So Public Image Limited, Johnny. I'm sorry, I'm gonna mix up canonical names because I'm tired and I haven't thought about this. But Johnny Rotten, right? Sex Pistols, dude. John Lydon. So after the Sex Pistols formed this band, and it's important. Let's see, more Peel sessions. Oh yeah, I mean, I had a kind of weird mix of tastes of thanks, Mom and Dad, for that. That's great. There's some good classical stuff. What else? Oh my gosh, this is from my parents. This was the first concert I ever went to. I was a kid, and they took us to Tina Turner. That was sort of this era of this Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. I won't be able to see the year on it. It doesn't matter. But it was just unbelievable. We were up in the nosebleeds, and I'd never seen anything like it. It was just incredible, and I remember the sound check for the drums, and I was really into the drums. I was playing drums in the school band and all that. And just in awe of watching the drummer in action. I don't even know who the drummer was. I'm sorry. Or if it was just a tech who did the sound check. But I remember the music, but I remember that and just the sound and the speed and the articulation and just thinking, oh my gosh, what is happening? I want to do that. That's what I want to do. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Again, I don't want to ruin it by commenting. Oh, there we are. Yep. I always love that shiny silver rope thing they were hanging on to as they flew to Venus. Oops. Funny things I would pick up, just sort of anything that looked potentially interesting. These weird compilation albums or tribute albums or Live Aid type of stuff. Oh, Dead Can Dance, yeah. So this is college radio stuff. I love these guys. I painted there's a group show in downtown Edmonton in a kind of shopping mall thing, and I painted a mural for it, and yeah, that's a good album there. That's my parents. And I listened, that was my soundtrack to painting that. Oh, okay, this is, here we are. This is gonna make Jenny really happy. Cat Stevens, the wonderful, amazing Cat Stevens, now Yusuf Islam. My parents listened to Cat Stevens a lot. I loved him as a kid. I am in awe of him as an adult. His melodies, the complexity of his music, his transcendent voice, just awesome. Really, really, just, it means a lot to me to have these records. His music has been so important in my life. Wild World. Oh, very young. I'm just a peace tree. Okay. All right, I'm tearing up, folks. So here's one that'll stop the tears. Phil Collins. I had such, eclectic taste. I love cheesy fucking... Oh, sorry, did I say that? I'll have to bleep that out. I love... Okay. Cut, edit. I love cheesy commercial music like Phil Collins. I would have been, I don't know, 12 or 13 or something. It's not music I'll go back to again. My hero, Stuart Copeland, did this crazy, I guess after the Police thing, or maybe during, I can't remember, thing where he went to Africa and he was very interested in world music, and he made an album there and a film. King Crimson, I was super into complex music, prog, and all kinds of experimental stuff, and King Crimson was really important to me now. Here's another Prosper album, Tangerine Dream, great Michael Mann film, the soundtrack to it that really makes the film. I love Michael Mann, but his films they're just more impressionistic than... They lack substance in that way, in a certain way, which is not a critique. I actually really like what he does, but it's this soundtrack that really kind of makes the movie. I don't remember this, but I do remember loving Peter Gabriel, particularly into my early undergraduate years. The album So, this sort of world music stuff. Elvis Costello. This is my teenage years. I don't listen to him anymore. Andy Summers from the Police, just this genius guitarist, and Robert Fripp. So I had a bunch of their guitar albums, which were good. I mean, I would never listen to them again, but I still remember. I can hear them in my head, and again, I was interested in complex music, and this is my friend Noah. So we were in a band. The first band I was in, a kind of punk rock thing called the Yabo Hooligans. I think we had a song that went, "I'm a yob, I'm a yob, I'm a Yabo hooligan." It's it's all the potential to be a top 10 hit. But he was just being around him was a joy. It was a musical education. He was actually a great punk rock singer. I was sort of too young and stupid to appreciate that in the day. And embodied, I think, that kind of sensibility and the kind of no compromise aspect of it. But he taught me about a lot of music, including industrial music, and he showed me Ministry. This album was really important to me for a while. Again, I could never go back and listen to industrial music again, but it was but I am grateful for its what it taught me. So this is from my embarrassing Police obsession. It's not like I had a crush on Sting. It wasn't that. I had a crush on Stuart Copeland. but I love I think part of the deal with the Police is that I love the three-piece band, particularly from that era, and because when you just have three pieces, you have to really work to fill the space, and this is something you see in Jimi Hendrix experience. So Mitch Mitchell, another hugely important drummer for me, is and he kind of taught other three-piecers who came after him how to do it. So Copeland does what he does in part because of Ginger Baker, how Ginger Baker figured out how to kind of fill space, and Mitch Mitchell and Ginger Baker. Sorry, I'm tired. Ginger Baker from Cream and Mitch Mitchell from Hendrix. And I mean, I listen to that stuff constantly, and it's, as an aspiring drummer, I found it really liberating, because instead of just sitting in the back and being a metronome, these drummers were equal participants, in the construction of music, and, particularly, Copeland's approach, which is purely improvisational, it was influential to me. So how do you because it turned playing live into this joy where it's just pure constant invention, and it's this kind of equal dynamic of creative exchange between the three participants. So yeah, I mean, I think I watched the movie and I have no memory of it, but I remember I Burned for You. Yeah. Sorry, focus. Which is it's a beautiful song. So there's just I mean, it just lives up to the title. It's sort of just this burning thing. Prosper. Sting, his solo stuff after the Police, which, I really was into in the period. I wouldn't listen to most of it again now, but just absolutely spectacular songwriting and melody and musicianship, and just awesome. Lyrically, he's sort of embarrassing sometimes. He's not the greatest lyricist in the world, but the rest of it is beautiful. Cocteau Twins album. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, Talk Talk. Love Talk Talk. Of course, It's My Life. Life's What You Make It. Just so good. Here's a blast from the past. Sugar Cube. So Bjork, I guess before her solo career, she was in this band called the Sugar Cubes, which is great. Copeland, after the Police, he started to do film compositions, film scores. I think this is the first one he did for Francis Ford Coppola, for this kind of obscure movie in his oeuvre called Rumblefish, which I remember being in black and white and having one or two scenes in color. Tangerine Dream again. Oh, this is good. Soundtrack to Do the Right Thing, with Branford Marsalis, who's just awesome. This movie was really important to me. Spike Lee was important to me in this period in my life. There's a kind of dynamism to his filmmaking that I just... Okay, yeah, and these guys I listen to constantly, so this is more Brit stuff and kind of out of the new wave era. This is my parents' album. I mean, what can you say, right? It's just one of the great albums of the 20th century. Just staggering artistry. Stevie Nicks, the great Stevie Nicks. To be able to sing like that, Endless ambient music. I don't remember. Bought stuff from a lot of stuff from library book sales and record sales, as you can see. This is, probably some of this stuff would appeal to collectors. I don't know. So this is, again, I was this police completist. Stuart Copeland, Stuart Copeland soundtrack album. Oh yes, yep. Love the Pixies. The whole 4AD label, which this is an issue of, with his beautiful, distinctive design work. I loved their stuff. I tried to get my hands on every 4AD release ever. And so this is Veloria. Wow, so good. Black Francis Black, whatever. Again, I haven't thought about this stuff for so long. The screams of that guy, just, yeah, more King Crimson, Robert Fripp stuff. Weather Report, there's another great. I was really into fusion and prog and jazz and all the complicated stuff. I really loved and still do love complicated time signatures. And Danny Carey, the band Tool, which I didn't listen to in the day, but oh yeah. Oh no, have I been out of focus? I'm sorry. Oh, good grief. This is hard to do. I should just set up a tripod. But anyway, of course, what can you say? Legendary. I'm not a historian of this stuff. Prosper will correct, and other people will correct me, but this is like the font of so much music that came since, not just electronica. Massively important album, and it looks like I got it at a library sale. Look at that. Can you imagine seeing that back in the day, 1974? It's just mind-blowing. It's 50 years old. I'm 1 year older than that album. Oh yeah, Cocteau Twins. I think, is that it? That's all the stuff I'm willing to... Oh no, there's a few more things in here. All right, hang on. Stuff I don't remember, but I remember. I kind of understand why I bought it. Let's see here. Yep. Yeah, I think that's. Oh, here it is. Yeah, here's the great Talk album. Okay, I'll stop it there. I hope that was watchable. Anyway, thanks for accompanying me on this trip down memory lane. I guess I'm gonna have to get a turntable. All right, love you. Bye.